Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What did y'all think of the Bad Bunny halftime show? Didn't expect Lady Gaga lol. Or Ricky Martin. That was Ricky Martin. ? Didn't expect to see Pedro Pascal dancing beside Jessica Alba. Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic. I don't have any idea what he was saying, but he was saying something. I'm a native Spanish speaker and I had no idea what he said either. Thanks for saying that. I didn't want 2 tears of joy. To be totally honest, he seems like a good bunny. The oversized white gloves kinda reminded me of Bugs Bunny. The set designs were amazing. I wanted to see the grasses dance. There were people in that grass. Same, I was waiting for it. But when that never happened, I just asked, did they only have people in there for prop transportation reasons? Quote. The end with all the flags, such a strong political statement. We are all the Americas. Accompanied with, the only thing stronger than hate is love. Powerful message and great to see on the country's biggest stage. And he said, God bless America, and then listed every single country in North, South, and Central America. Edit, and I guess the football said, together we are America, but I must have missed that live. Love it. I saw Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba, Cardi B as well. I knew I saw Jessica Alba. I'd know my early 2000s crush if you showed me a silhouette in a dark room. The detail of that kid sleeping in 3 chairs while a wedding is happening is the most Latino America thing ever. I did that a ton of times when I was little. Apparently a real wedding. Yeah, I heard they booked him for a wedding and he had them do it at the Super Bowl instead. Awesome stuff. That was my favorite part of the halftime show. How exciting it must have been to get married during the show. ! That handycam guy needs a raise. He was in the thick of it all and nailed it. Seriously, the blocking just for the filming was tight to within an inch of its life. I can hardly imagine what it must have been like for the dancers and Bad Bunny himself. So much fantastic work. I don't listen to Bad Bunny, though I've been aware of him for a long time. I don't understand Spanish all that well, and as a white American, I don't really care that I didn't understand the songs. It was a beautiful demonstration of diversity of culture and language, and overall, I thought it was the least offensive halftime show that it could possibly be. Conservatives were so scared he'd be out there in a dress yelling fuck ICE and throwing up middle fingers to Trump the whole time and declaring how much he hated America, but really, it was a performance that showed how much he loves all of America, every country within North and South America. So yeah, overall, really enjoyed watching it. Smiley face. Can't wait to see the lazy bullshit conservatives choose to whine about. I agree, never heard anything by him, but it was a good showcase of a community I don't know enough about. I enjoyed it. As a Puerto Rican, I salute you and thank you for this comment. He showed a lot of Puerto Rican culture in that performance and I'm glad it is helping educate folks. We are a lively island. Felt like watching a reggaeton block party crash the Super Bowl. Chaotic, colorful, and somehow exactly what halftime needed. It had more of a specific story than most halftime shows. Guy meets girl, they get married, have a kid. Apparently it was a real wedding. The couple invited Bad Bunny to their wedding and he offered to have it at the halftime show. Everyone looked like they were having a blast and it was such a love letter to Puerto Rico. Loved the surprise guests too. IL Red Heart, Ed the Ricky Martin cameo! ! Guy looks great still. I know, I was over here, that can't be Ricky Martin. He doesn't look near old enough. Hasn't aged a day. Lady Gaga joining him was awesome. Loved the high energy, rhythm and joyful party feel. That's how we are. We are happy, hard-working people. I'm not Hispanic and didn't understand a single word, but I loved it. It represented my understanding of Puerto Rican and Hispanic culture in such a wonderful way. Super entertaining and uplifting. Love my Hispanic brothers and sisters. Wish more of my country felt the same way. Edit, wow, this comment took off. I want my Hispanic sisters and brothers to know that so far my comment has had 94% upvote ratio. May you know that most Americans love and support you and are so grateful for your influence and presence in this country. I understood, God bless America, and I thought that was a really generous message of love in the face of reckless hate. It was a reflection on America being the whole continent and not one country. Everyone outside the US and Canada is pissed with the US claiming the American demonym. His message was, God bless America, but all of it, not just the US. Brilliant blocking and production value. Impressive for sure. Only flub I spotted was the security guy getting caught in front of the camera right at the end. The ending was weird in general, like, surely it was supposed to end with the camera on him, right? Felt like either a technical problem or they cut away. I don't think that was even a flub, I think that was him just making sure absolutely no one fucked with the artist. Ricky Martin surprised me. My man either found the elixir of youth or the world's best plastic surgeon. Why not both lol? Def had done good work done. He looks great. I wish Daddy Yankee came out and they did the full-on Gasolina song cause my hips got excited but then was let down. Daddy Yankee retired and devoted his life to God. He is a pastor, since 22 I believe. Padre Yankee. That brass section was insane. Sounded like they were playing live, too. Could have been a track they recorded during a rehearsal, but still sounded good. Absolutely, those trombones were killing it. I thought it was patriotic. He's a good dude. He's trying to use music like you should. Bring people together. Not decisive. Not to be divisive, but I think you meant divisive. Pretty decisive stance. Conservative will have to wait for Claude to translate it before they know what to be offended by. Don't worry, they're already offended they had to listen to it. I thought they stopped watching when Kaepernick kneeled. Surely these people were not lying. Exclamation mark. Ricky Martin aging like a fine wine. I wish there were English subtitles. Like it seemed he had an important story and it all went over my head. Debbie Tira Moore's photos. That album is basically a love letter to Puerto Rico, blending traditional sounds like plena, salsa, and bomba with reggaeton. It dives deep into heavy themes like gentrification, displacement of locals, loss of cultural identity, colonialism's impacts, and warnings about the island's future, e.g., one track compares Puerto Rico's situation to what happened in Hawaii with outsiders taking over. It's super personal and political, capturing the beauty of the island while calling out what's threatening it, like tourism and development pushing people out. He also performed or referenced elements that echo his 2022 track, El Apagon, from Un Verano Sin Ti. The song itself is about Puerto Rico's constant blackouts, post-Hurricane Maria struggles, but the official video is a whole 23-minute documentary-style piece that highlights gentrification, displacement of native Puerto Ricans, people getting 30-day eviction notices so properties can be flipped for outsiders, and other injustices. The message is clear: Aquí vive gente, people live here. It's a call to recognize and fight for the island's people and culture. Even just visually he was telling a story and making a statement. I like that the story was easy to follow despite not 100% understanding everything. BCPR dialect is different and is sometimes hard for me to understand as a Spanish speaker. If they had English subtitles, he wouldn't be allowed to sing it lol. His music is very raunchy. For example, one of the lines he sang was, "If your boyfriend doesn't eat your ass, he shouldn't be eating you at all." Lots of pressure on the guy and he delivered. Very uplifting, and he is right, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Quote. It wasn't anti-American, it was pro-humanity. You didn't need to understand the words to understand the celebration of love, humanity, and culture. The most unique HT show I have ever seen, and I have been watching since the 90s, loved it. Song selection was meh, not hype enough. But the show was great. He represented Puerto Rico and Latino communities to the fullest. The imagery with the flags was great. As much as I would have loved his political side, I believe he brought forward the right message. We are all people. We should be united. He couldn't play his most famous songs because most of them have a lot of swearing in them. It was a fun, uplifting performance. Black folk got Kendrick with the themes, and all this year was for the Latinos, Latinas and IDIDJT. Understand much of it, but I understood the cane fields and I understood the end with all the Latin countries and their flags. I thought it was powerful and I'm happy for the representation it offered a peoples currently in peril in the United States saluting face, and I was so happy there was zero English given the main complaint of the opposition. If you want an understanding of the music, and with it the more strange-seeming parts of the show, Debbie Tira Moore's photos, I Should Have Taken More Photos, is an album using a relationship or relationships as an allegory for Puerto Rico's companionship to America, and wishing to have been able to have participated in more with the person you're a companion to, having family photos or vacation pictures with a loved one, and finding out that you don't actually feel that connected to the thing that you know should be an integral part of you. His set started with him, and PR, alone with songs about messing around and going out to the club, shifting to its marriage to the States as a unit, and then the idea of feeling that they're still secondary to the States by the end, with references to Hurricane Maria, and Hawaii's own journey to statehood being specifically referenced in the song Lo Que Le Paso a Hawaii, What Happened to Hawaii, with it ending on the football that says Together We Are America. Good show. Don't know his music, it was a. Enjoyed the production though. Same, not a fan of his genre, but the vibes and message were clear and pretty great. Yeah, I preferred last year's music, but the set was really cool and I liked how fun and colorful it was. I liked the scenery. It had a lot of details. I'm Mexican-American, so I could relate to a lot of the stuff. It's not exact one-to-one match to our stuff, but similar. I speak Spanish, so I understand the music. Not really into Bad Bunny, but I respect that he started from the bottom and worked his way up to Best Album at the Grammys and Super Bowl halftime show. The NFL brought him into our living rooms, Bad Bunny brought us into his neighborhood and made it ours, too. It was brilliant, smart and heartfelt, with nothing but love for America. All of America. Great production, felt like we were in his hometown in Puerto Rico. Small and large at the same time. I don't know what he was saying, but he was saying it with passion. Probably on the best ones. It was an actual show. It was amazing and I love how cultural it was. All the white men at the bar look angry right now, that's how you know it was good. Told a story without understanding but a few words. Loved bringing all the different flags out at the end. IDK how it could have been better than last year, but it was. To add, it's embarrassing that many of my fellow countrymen don't know that Bad Bunny is an American citizen born and raised